The Tale of the Roaring Wheels, a journey through the history of motorbikes. Motorcycles, or motorbikes as they are often called, are among the most evocative symbols of freedom, adventure, and engineering ingenuity. Unlike cars, motorcycles expose riders to the wind, the road, and the landscape in an intimate way. They combine human skill with mechanical power, creating a unique synergy between man and machine. Over the past 140 years, motorcycles have evolved from rudimentary motorized bicycles into high-performance machines capable of incredible speed and endurance, while also shaping popular culture, military history, and transportation around the world. A motobike, or motorbike/motorcycle, is a two- or three-wheeled motorized vehicle steered by handlebars, used for transport, recreation, or sport, with designs varying widely for different purposes like commuting, racing, or off-roading, evolving from early motorized bicycles to modern powerful machines. The term encompasses everything from small engine bikes to high-performance sport bikes, with brands like Honda, Suzuki, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Bajaj offering diverse models. Motorcycle designs vary greatly to suit a range of different purposes: long-distance travel, commuting, cruising, sport, including racing, and off-road riding. Motorcycling is riding a motorcycle and being involved in other related social activities such as joining a motorcycle club and attending motorcycle rallies. The 1885 Daimler Reitwagen made by Gottlieb Daimler and Wilhelm Maybach in Germany was the first internal combustion petroleum-fueled motorcycle. In 1894, Hildebrand and Wolfmuller became the first series production motorcycle. Globally, motorcycles are comparable numerically to cars as a method of transport. In 2021, approximately 58.6 million new motorcycles were sold around the world, while 66.7 million cars were sold over the same period. In 2022, the top four motorcycle producers by volume and type were Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, and Suzuki. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, the number of fatalities per vehicle mile traveled was 37 times higher for motorcycles than for cars. There are three major types of motorcycle: street, off-road, and dual-purpose. Within these types, there are many subtypes of motorcycles for different purposes. There is often a racing counterpart to each type, such as road racing and street bikes, or motocross including dirt bikes. Street bikes include cruisers, sport bikes, scooters, and mopeds, and many other types. Off-road motorcycles include many types designed for dirt-oriented racing classes such as motocross and are not street legal in most areas. Dual-purpose machines like the Dual Sport style are made to go off-road but include features to make them legal and comfortable on the street as well. Each configuration offers either specialized advantage or broad capability, and each design creates a different riding posture. In some countries the use of pillions, rear seats, is restricted. At its core, a motorcycle is a vehicle with two wheels, powered by an engine, designed to carry one or more passengers. But this simple definition masks a rich tapestry of history, innovation, and cultural significance. The story of motorcycles is not merely a story of machines, it is a story of ambition, creativity, and human desire to move faster and farther than before. From the first experiments in the late 19th century to the futuristic electric bikes of today, motorcycles have been a testament to how technology and human imagination can merge. The origins of motorcycles are rooted in the Industrial Revolution, a period in which steam engines, internal combustion engines, and mechanical innovations began to redefine transportation. Early inventors sought ways to combine the simplicity of a bicycle with the power of an engine. These experiments were often rudimentary, sometimes dangerous, and frequently dismissed as novelties. Yet, they laid the groundwork for a global industry that would come to symbolize speed, freedom, and rebellion. Motorcycles also occupy a unique cultural space. Unlike automobiles, which often serve utilitarian or status purposes, motorcycles carry connotations of identity, independence, and counterculture. They have been associated with the thrill of the open road, the excitement of racing, and even the outsider ethos of motorcycle clubs. Films, literature, and music have romanticized the motorcycle as a vehicle of liberation, from James Dean's iconic rides to modern representations in cinema and gaming. This cultural resonance has ensured that motorcycles remain more than just machines, they are symbols. From a technological standpoint, motorcycles are marvels of engineering. Balancing on two wheels requires careful attention to physics and mechanics, and the development of engines, suspension systems, brakes, and tires has been a continuous evolution. Each new generation of motorcycles has reflected the technological ambitions and constraints of its era, from the early steam-powered contraptions to the high-performance superbikes capable of speeds exceeding 200 miles per hour. The integration of electronics, fuel efficiency systems, and even electric propulsion in modern motorcycles underscores the ongoing innovation in this field. The journey through motorcycle history is also a journey through society itself. Motorcycles have influenced, and been influenced by, wars, economic shifts, urbanization, and global trade. During both world wars, motorcycles served crucial military roles, carrying messages, transporting troops, and performing reconnaissance. In peacetime, motorcycles became a symbol of affordable mobility for the masses, a tool for sport and recreation, and a canvas for personal expression through customization. The evolution of motorcycles mirrors the story of industrialization, globalization, and cultural change over the past century. In this exploration, we will trace the history of motorcycles from their inception in the late 19th century, through their rise in the 20th century, to the cutting-edge designs and innovations of the 21st century. We will examine the technological breakthroughs, the influential manufacturers, the impact of war and peace, and the cultural significance that motorcycles have carried across generations. Along the way, we will see how motorcycles have inspired passion, ingenuity, and sometimes controversy, while maintaining their enduring allure as machines of speed, freedom, and adventure. Understanding motorcycles is not merely about understanding mechanics, it is about understanding the human desire to move, to explore, and to push the limits of what is possible. Whether it is the roar of a vintage V-twin engine, the sleek lines of a modern sport bike, or the quiet hum of an electric motorcycle, the essence of the motorcycle experience remains the same. It is a journey, both literal and metaphorical, across landscapes, time periods, and cultures. In the chapters that follow, we will embark on this journey, beginning with the earliest motorized bicycles and the pioneering inventors who dared to combine man, machine, and motion. We will witness how motorcycles evolved through wars, economic shifts, and technological revolutions, ultimately becoming one of the most iconic and versatile forms of transportation in human history. From the cobblestone streets of 19th century Europe to the racetracks of modern Japan and the electric highways of the 21st century, the story of motorcycles is a story of ingenuity, resilience, and the enduring human craving for speed and freedom. In the late 19th century, the world was on the cusp of a mechanical revolution. Horses had been humanity's loyal companions for millennia, carrying people across fields, cities, and continents. But whispers of a new kind of freedom, one powered not by flesh and blood but by fire and iron, began to stir in the minds of inventors and dreamers. These visionaries imagined machines that could gallop faster than any horse, carry their riders effortlessly over miles of roads, and embody the thrill of speed in a way that had never been felt before. In 1867, a German engineer named Gottlieb Daimler, along with his partner Wilhelm Maybach, tinkered in a small workshop. They were fascinated by the internal combustion engine, a device that burned liquid fuel to generate power. In their minds, this engine could replace the horse entirely. By 1885, their dreams took shape as the first true motorcycle, the Daimler Reitwagen. It was a strange contraption, a wooden frame with two wheels, powered by a single-cylinder petrol engine. Riders could barely balance on it, and it produced a clattering noise that startled horses and passers-by alike. But for those who dared to mount it, it offered a glimpse of a future unbound by stables and roads. Across Europe, others were dreaming the same dream. France gave the world innovators like Pierre and Ernest Michaud, who had already experimented with pedal-powered bicycles. They began to add small steam engines to their creations, giving birth to a new hybrid, the motorized bicycle. Meanwhile, in England, engineers like Royal Enfield started experimenting with tiny engines attached to frames built for balance and speed. By the turn of the century, motorcycles had spread across Europe and North America, each inventor adding a unique flourish: a larger engine, a sturdier frame, or a more reliable fuel system. The early 1900s were a time of both experimentation and adventure. Motorcycles were no longer just curiosities, they became companions for daring souls who sought speed and independence. The first motorcycle clubs were formed, and competitions sprang up across the continent. Riders raced along dirt roads, through cities, and over hills, their machines emitting a thrilling roar that echoed across valleys. Brands that would become legends, Harley-Davidson, Indian, and Triumph, began to make their mark, producing motorcycles that were faster, stronger, and more reliable than anything that had come before. World War I, which erupted in 1914, brought a new chapter in the story of motorcycles. Armies discovered that these nimble machines could carry messages, scout terrain, and even tow light artillery. Soldiers raced across battlefields on motorcycles, dodging enemy fire while marveling at the speed and freedom these machines offered. In the trenches of Europe, motorcycles became symbols of ingenuity and resilience, proving that machines designed for pleasure could also serve with purpose. After the war, the world craved excitement, and motorcycles became symbols of rebellion and adventure. The 1920s and 1930s saw innovations in design, suspension systems were improved, engines grew in power, and aerodynamic forms began to appear. Motorcycles were no longer just utilitarian machines, they were art, status symbols, and vehicles for those who sought a taste of danger and thrill. Cafe racers emerged in England, where young riders would race from one cafe to another, challenging friends and rivals to see who could tame the roads with the greatest skill. The culture of motorcycles was becoming as important as the machines themselves. Then came the storm of the Second World War, which again transformed the motorcycle industry. Manufacturers shifted focus to military contracts, producing rugged machines that could survive harsh terrain and extreme conditions. The BMW R75, the Harley-Davidson WLA, and the Indian 741 became iconic tools of the wartime era. Yet, even amid the chaos of war, motorcycles maintained a mystique, a promise of freedom, speed, and individuality that would blossom fully once peace returned. The post-war years heralded a golden age. Soldiers returned home with stories of adventure on two wheels, and civilians craved the thrill and utility that motorcycles provided. Japan, a country rebuilding after the devastation of war, emerged as a powerhouse in motorcycle production. Companies like Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, and Kawasaki introduced affordable, reliable motorcycles to the world, combining cutting-edge engineering with sleek design. These machines could cruise smoothly through city streets or roar along highways, capturing the imagination of riders everywhere. Suddenly, motorcycles were not just for the elite, they were for anyone with a thirst for speed and a sense of adventure. The 1960s and 1970s saw motorcycles transcend mere transportation, they became icons of culture and identity. Movies, music, and literature immortalized the image of the lone rider, cruising into the sunset on a powerful machine. The Harley-Davidson Sportster, the Triumph Bonneville, and the Honda CB750 became symbols of freedom, rebellion, and self-expression. Motorcycle clubs proliferated, and races such as the Isle of Man TT captured the world's imagination, blending danger, skill, and speed into spectacles that thrilled millions. Through the 1980s and 1990s, motorcycles continued to evolve. Innovations in materials, aerodynamics, and electronics transformed them into high-performance machines capable of astonishing feats. Sport bikes could accelerate from zero to incredible speeds in seconds, while touring bikes offered comfort and luxury for long-distance riders. The culture around motorcycles diversified, from street racers to long-distance adventurers, from custom builders to track champions, each rider found a world uniquely suited to their passion. Today, as we ride into the 21st century, motorcycles continue to blend heritage with innovation. Electric motorcycles, such as those pioneered by Zero Motorcycles and Harley-Davidson's Livewire, promise silent yet powerful rides, hinting at a future where speed and sustainability coexist. Yet, despite all technological advances, the essence of the motorcycle remains unchanged. It is a machine of freedom, a companion for the road, and a testament to human ingenuity. From wooden frames and noisy petrol engines to sleek, high-tech machines gliding silently through city streets, the story of motorcycles is a story of adventure, courage, and boundless imagination. It is the tale of humanity's desire to break free from constraints, to feel the wind rushing past, and to hear the heartbeat of an engine echoing in rhythm with one's own. And so, the story continues. Every motorcycle on the road today carries the spirit of Daimler's first Reitwagen, the bravery of wartime couriers, the thrill-seekers of Cafe Racer England, and the dreamers who tinker in garages, imagining a machine faster, sleeker, or more thrilling than ever before. Each rider who mounts a motorcycle becomes part of this ongoing story, writing new chapters in the epic saga of two wheels, one engine, and infinite freedom. Motorcycles have a higher rate of fatal accidents than automobiles or trucks and buses. United States Department of Transportation data for 2005 from the Fatality Analysis Reporting System show that for passenger cars, 18.62 fatal crashes occur per 100,000 registered vehicles. For motorcycles, this figure is 75.19 per 100,000 registered vehicles, 4 times higher than for cars. The same data shows that 1.56 fatalities occur per 100 million vehicle miles traveled for passenger cars, whereas for motorcycles the figure is 43.47, which is 28 times higher than for cars, 37 times more deaths per mile traveled in 2007. Motorcycle accident rates have increased significantly since the end of the 1990s, while the rates have dropped for passenger cars. The most common scenario for motorcycle accidents in the United States is a motorist pulling out or turning in front of a motorcyclist, violating their right-of-way. This is sometimes called a SMIDC, an acronym for the motorist's common response of "Sorry mate, I didn't see you." Motorcyclists can anticipate and avoid some of these crashes with proper training, increasing their visibility to other traffic, keeping to the speed limits, and not consuming alcohol or other drugs before riding. The United Kingdom has several organizations dedicated to improving motorcycle safety by providing advanced rider training beyond what is necessary to pass the basic motorcycle license test. These include the Institute of Advanced Motorists, IAM, and the Royal Society for the Prevention of Accidents, ROSPA. Along with increased personal safety, riders with these advanced qualifications may benefit from reduced insurance costs. In South Africa, the Think Bike campaign is dedicated to increasing both motorcycle safety and the awareness of motorcycles on the country's roads. The campaign, while strongest in the Gauteng province, has representation in Western Cape, KwaZulu-Natal and the Free State. It has dozens of trained marshals available for various events such as cycle races and is deeply involved in numerous other projects such as the annual motorcycle toy run. Motorcycle safety education is offered throughout the United States by organizations including state agencies, nonprofit organizations, and corporations. Most states use the courses designed by the Motorcycle Safety Foundation, MSF, while Oregon and Idaho developed their own. All of the training programs include a basic rider course, an intermediate rider course and an advanced rider course. In Ireland, since 2010, in the UK and some Australian jurisdictions, such as Victoria, New South Wales, the Australian Capital Territory, Tasmania, and the Northern Territory, it is compulsory to complete a basic rider training course before being issued a learner's license, after which they can ride on public roads. In Canada, motorcycle rider training is compulsory in Quebec and Manitoba only, but all provinces and territories have graduated license programs which place restrictions on new drivers until they have gained experience. Eligibility for a full motorcycle license or endorsement for completing a motorcycle safety course varies by province. Without the motorcycle safety course, the chance of getting insurance for the motorcycle is very low. The Canada Safety Council, a non-profit safety organization, offers the Gearing Up program across Canada and is endorsed by the Motorcycle and Moped Industry Council. Training course graduates may qualify for reduced insurance premiums. Motorcyclists and motor scooter riders are also exposed to an increased risk of suffering hearing damage such as hearing loss and tinnitus, ringing ears. The noise is caused by wind noise while riding, rolling noise from the tires and the engine itself. The helmet only provides insufficient protection against high sound pressure levels. Medicine, as of 2024, is not able to cure hearing damage. Wearing hearing protection, such as special earplugs for motorcyclists, can help prevent hearing damage. Thank you for watching this video.